94.9 and 104.5 The Pick. This is Shaggy.
Hey, Shaggy, Kenny Wilkerson.
Hey, Kenny, how you doing, my man?
I'm doing okay, man.
Fantastic. Thank you for calling in today. First I wanted to bring up that, you and me have actually briefly met before at Rockin the Rivers 2019.
Okay. Yeah, that's always a fun time. I always call that, that's like the new Woodstock.
Yeah,
I always call it Dirty Foot Girls out there.
I love it, man. I mean, I didn't see you guys on the lineup this year. Is you guys not playing this one this year?
No, just skipping it.
Okay.
Just giving a break with everything that's going on. That's an awful long way for us, man. That's like a 37-hour drive.
Oh, geez. Yeah, I don't blame you for
One
that
way.
one. Yeah. Man, I can't blame you for that one for sure. First off, what has Nova Rex been up to since the pandemic started?
Just trying to stay relevant. I mean, obviously 2020 was a dumpster fire for everybody that was in bands. So, but no, we just recorded a new little song that we dropped in January, and we picked up a new tour sponsor, the Fran Hosh Law Group out of Florida, and just pimping the cookbook. It's April's Autism Awareness Month. And I have a son that's on the spectrum, so I've just been doing the book.
And of course, that's what this main interview is about today, is Rockin Recipes for Autism, a brilliant cookbook, which, I've seen personally. And after this interview's over, I'm actually going to go and order my own copy. But I kind of want to hear the story behind this for people who don't know about it. What is the story behind how you got this book started? And, start from there.
Well, really what happened was in Florida here, I actually had a radio show I was doing on daily. It was a daily show. 7 o'clock at night, and I was interviewing buddies, just rockers that I know. And what happened? Somebody gave me a recipe. I was talking about how I always go to New Orleans once a year, and after you eat the food there, it takes you a week to recover. And the guy's like, "Man, I'm from New Orleans. My parents are from New Orleans. We grew up there. I got this great gumbo recipe." And I was like, "Great!" So then it became a thing. I started collecting recipes. Then I was out doing a few shows, and I met this company off and on called We Rock for Autism. It's a 501c out of South Florida, and they do music therapy for kids that have autism.
Awesome.
And I thought, well, that's in my wheelhouse. Again, I have a son that's on the spectrum. He's got Asperger's, and, he's been to autistic school, things like that. So after I kind of had a few recipes under my belt, I had the charity, it was kind of a no-brainer. So then I just reached out to the rock and roll community, called up buddies that I knew. I didn't know managers, no lawyers, no labels, just guys that I've seen off and on on the road. And now I got a book. It's a 2-pound book, 127 pages. Full glossy, and it's got 57 famous rockers in it.
I love it. Now, out of all the recipes in that book, is there one that really sticks out to you?
I'll tell you the one that's been really popular as a couple. One is Steve Lukather from Toto's in it, and he doesn't cook, but he did like a kind of a play on a Snickers candy bar, which is hilarious. And he has a young son, I think under the age of 10, that has autism. So that was close to his heart. Doug Aldridge did guacamole. Ron Keel, he did a fair winning chili.
Nice.
And so I would say probably the chili's pretty good. I mean, there's stuffed shells. There's all kinds of different things.
Yeah, Ron Keel, he was actually in town, played a show. He was one of the only guys out there really doing shows, throughout this whole pandemic. He came to our area about a month ago, and he killed it. Yeah, no, Ron's a great guy. And plus Ron does the acoustic thing, too, sometimes. So that kind of, he has options. Exactly.
You see full band or see him acoustic, but yeah, great talented guy. But no, I would say, and the funny thing is, too, a lot of the guys are cooked. The last show I did was, one of the last shows I did on the road before the pandemic was in Montana, and we were opening up for Don Dokken. And we're sitting there eating dinner with Don, and Don, I was talking about the cookbook, I was going to go to, press with it, and he's like, "Man, I cook. I used to own restaurants, blah, blah, blah." So people just started pouring in with recipes. So that's why I called it Volume 1. And see, I was actually going to ask about that there is that very discreet Rockin Recipes for Autism Volume 1. So can we expect a Volume 2 sometime in the future? I hope so. I'm just, like I said, we're getting through this one now, but I had more recipes than I needed for the book. So I've already got 30 or 40 that kind of was sitting around. I thought I was going to need more. And then since then, I've collected more recipes since I've actually published the book. So, I would love to put out one a year. Yeah, that'd be great. Now, tell me, where can people buy this book? Well, if you want to get a copy of the book, you go to Rockin without a G. It's Rockin, Rockin Recipes For Autism.com. There's flip pages there. It talks about the charity, where the money goes. I dedicate it to my son who has autism. and there's some flip pages, etc. So yeah, it's $29.95, and it's never been done before.
No, I can't think of anything that's even remotely close to this.
You know, I say, look, you know, you haven't been able to see these rockers, but now you can see what they cook for a living. So, you know, or you ever want to have dinner with a rock star?
Yeah, and you know, a lot of people don't understand. You know, I've known a ton of autistic people throughout my life. I remember in particular, there was this one kid in my high school. His name was Jake. And Jake actually went around once a year to all the classes in the school and did a PowerPoint presentation on autism. And he was a very high-functioning autistic kid. You know, I like to say a lot of autistic kids have superpowers. And his superpower was he could imitate anyone's voice perfectly. There was one kid, he raised his hand, "Can you imitate my voice?" And then he goes right back perfectly. "Can you imitate my voice?" It's amazing.
Yeah, no, listen, it's really wild. I say the same thing. You know, with my son, he's high functioning, but it's really the social things that mess him up. But you know, they say Einstein, Beethoven. I think even, you know, like my son, you know, like me growing up, I looked up to like Jimmy Page, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Same.
Like that's my idol. My son's idol is Elon Musk.
Wow.
So that's the kind of, and they say he probably has some form of autism as well. They just think outside the box. Again, they're all superheroes. The main problem that I was trying to do with the awareness part is that a lot of people do not know how to handle these kids.
Yeah.
Schools don't know how to handle them. Jobs do not know how to handle them. And these are very bright, smart kids. And the other thing with autism is they're all like snowflakes. They all have different things. You might have a kid that is nonverbal but can, you know, do numbers really well, or somebody that's musical, or, you know, just different things that they can do that a lot of other people can't do. And you just got to be able to understand and how they react to certain situations. It's
incredible what these kids can do. And I think you are doing an awesome thing, you know, selling this cookbook. And of course, it is Autism Awareness Month, like you were saying. So, you know, go out, buy the book, do your part. I mean, if that's all you can do, then that's still, you know, buying the book and helping out the autistic kids, right?
Yeah, and like I said, it goes to We Rock for Autism, which does music therapy. So, you know, that's kind of a musician written cookbook and, you know, music therapy. So it all kind of ties in together. Plus, who doesn't like to eat? Everyone likes to eat. Exactly.
Yeah, there's a children's hospital in the area, and they do some music therapy stuff. So I know, you know, I fully believe that it works, and it is fantastic. A therapy that a lot of people don't fully understand and don't typically know about. So really great cause. Thank you for doing what you're doing, Kenny.
Oh, well, thank you, Shaggy. Appreciate it.
Of course. One more time, where can people get the Rockin Recipes for Autism book?
Yeah, just go to Rockin without a G, rockinrecipesforautism.com, and everything you need to know will be there.
All right, guys, go and check it out. Mr. Kenny Wilkerson of Nova Rex, thank you so much for joining me today and doing your part helping spread awareness of autism.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
No problem at all.